What's going on, Finalizing family? Iamsickflowz back with another video. Guys, the video that you're about to watch was from a previous live stream that I did here on YouTube, where I took every single Linkin Park album and I rated every song individually, and then I picked my top 3 songs from the album and also rated the album as a whole. All right, so this video that you're going to be watching is going to be the Linkin Park Hybrid Theory album rating, where again, I'm going to go ahead and pick my top 3 songs from this album. I'll go individually and rate every single song, and I'll rate the album in total. All right, and if you guys want to see the next one, let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to slap that like button and subscribe with notification bells on. Guys, we have merch now available. Link in the description. You can get some and send me proof of purchase, and then you will get a guaranteed reaction just like that. Now, let me stop talking, bro. Let's get right into this video, boy. But the one I want to talk about first is the debut album, Hybrid Theory. Okay? Before we start talking about the Hybrid Theory, how do you guys feel about Hybrid Theory? Do you guys enjoy the Hybrid Theory album? Do you guys place it at your top and things like that? Okay? That's one thing that I want to know. Matter of fact, hold on. Since we're going to make this into a YouTube video, why don't we do this? Let's fucking put up the chat on here. Let's put the YouTube chat on the screen. How do you guys feel about putting the YouTube chat on the screen? What up, Midnight? Let's see if I can do that. How you doing, Ian? Let's see if it's gonna let me do that. Chat. It looks very ugly the way the chat is put up, to be honest. Let me redo that again. Chat? Is that the correct chat? Is that the correct chat, guys? All right. So now we have the live chat here on the actual video. All right. That way you guys can be a part of the video when it comes up. So let's talk Linkin Park. All right. We're going to go ahead and start with Hybrid Theory. Okay. Before I give you guys my opinion on Hybrid Theory, I want to know what you guys rate Hybrid Theory. 1 being the possible worst that it could be, 10 being the absolute best that it could be. What do you guys rate it? Type it in the chat. Let me know what you rate Hybrid Theory, the album. Okay. All right. I see Sebastian rating it a 10 out of 10. Worry, 9 out of 10. Ian, 9.5. Patrick rated a 10. Cindy gave it a 10. Jose, 10. I'm seeing lots of 10s. I see an 8, a 7.5, a 10, a 7. Okay. 9.5, 10 out of 10. All right. So for the most part, a lot of people are going, I want to say the average from what I'm seeing could be possibly a 9 from the average from what you guys are giving me. Before I give you guys my rating on Hybrid Theory, the album, I want to go ahead and go into some songs. Okay? Take, for example, we'll use Paper Cut, which I do believe is the first song that started out. Paper Cut for me was definitely a good song. If I had to rate Paper Cut, I would give Paper Cut myself a 9. I think it was a very fun song, especially for the live performance. It was very fun to watch, very fun to listen to, right? So the fact that they started the album like that, a perfect way to start the album, especially for the, I'm gonna be talking a lot, so I got water. So definitely for the live shows as well. Jason said the Paper Cut is an 8, live version is a 10. can't be wrong with that. You know, Paper Cut is definitely a good song. The live version is definitely better. One Step Closer was definitely on this one. It was number 2. One Step Closer as well was a decent song for me. Lyrically wise, I really enjoyed it. Then we move on to With You. With You, for me, I feel like, and it was, for me at least, was one of the weaker songs in the album. Not to say that the song was bad, because it was not at all. But when you have other songs involved into the album, I feel like With You, for myself, is one of the weaker songs in the album. Then Points of Authority. I love Points of Authority. If I'm looking here into the list, and I feel like Points of Authority would definitely make it into my top 5 from the album. Okay? Definitely would be top 5 for me from the album. Then we have Crawlin'. Crawlin', if you guys have ever tuned into the live streams or even heard me speak about Linkin Park, you know that Crawlin' for me is definitely a really good song. I want to put Crawling for myself either number 2 or number 3 from this album. Okay? Number 2 or number 3 for this album. Rating wise, I want to give it, to be honest, a 10 for me. Crawling is definitely a 10. 10 out of 10 as far as the song goes. Before we move on to the next song and talk about the next song though, what do you guys feel about Crawling? Jason said that Crawling is one of my favorites. A 9 from me. Okay. Christina says Crawling video is epic. Worries gives it an 8. We all know the end is your favorite. Yeah, we'll get into that. Ian gives it a 9 out of 10. Danielle says Crawling is really good. Patrick a 10. The Reanimation. It's a great song. 8.5. Corey gives it a 9. Okay, so you guys, from what I can see, a lot of people love Crawling. A lot of people love Crawling. I love Crawling. The way that Chester sung Crawling for me was very, very nice. I really enjoyed it. Like, crawling in my skin. Let me stop singing before UMG comes in here and like freaking takes my stream down for singing a song. But
Burn IT by Fever 333. Love your videos. Keep it up.
Oh damn, I didn't even have the thing up to see who even donated. I have no idea who donated. Give me a second, guys. Thank you for the donation though. I'll give you guys a second. I wasn't expecting donations. So let me bring that up so I can see who did it. But yeah, Crawling, I love the song, man. Incredible song. Lewis, thank you so much for the donation. Crawling for me was definitely an amazing song. It hits my heart. It touches me in places, you know what I'm saying? Emotionally. I love it. I love it. So 10 out of 10 for me. Be My Myself. Be My Myself, again, it's going to be one of those songs that I feel like they were just thrown into the album because they needed songs. Again, not a terrible song, but also not my favorite. And again, when I'm speaking about this, I skipped Runaway. Yes. Okay, Runaway. Runaway was really good. Runaway was really good. If I'm looking at the list, I'm putting Runaway literally at what it is right now. Possibly number 6. Possibly number 6. But definitely a good song. Definitely a good song. Like on the list from like as far as like what I would put it, like, you know, in Crawling, I want to say Crawling, I'm giving Crawling, I'll put that as my top 3 for the album. Runaway, I put it in my top 6 from the Hybrid Theory album. By Myself, a filler, nah, bro. That bridge is so good, super emotional. That's a 10 from me personally. All right, Jason. Well, hey, listen. That's why like I wanted to do this live stream, because everyone is gonna have their different opinions, especially with Linkin Park being as it touches people differently depending on the experience that you had in life. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't want to come on here and rate every song a 10 out of 10 because it's just unrealistic for every song. You know, I'm being real with you guys from my experience and like my thoughts and my emotions. Be By Myself, again, for me, is not at the top of the list for this album. Again, not a terrible song, but just not, for myself, not at the top. I mean, when you have songs like Paper Cut, One Step Closer, Points of Authority, Crawling, you know, not at the top. In the end, still to this day, it is my favorite Linkin Park song. Still to this day. After having listened every single Linkin Park song, it is my personal favorite song from Linkin Park. Not only do I love the message, not only do I love the video, not only do I love the piano, not only do I love Chester's vocals, I love everything about this song. If I had to listen to one song for the rest of my life, it would be In the End. Those that watch my live reaction streams over on Twitch know that for the most part, I do start out, or I have started out the stream with In the End playing in the background as the stream starting screen was popping up. In the End, one of the best songs have ever created in this world, in my opinion. I love everything about it. Very emotional song and everything. Now, with that being said, as far as what I said it, I'm placing this song for the Hybrid Theory album at number 1 for the Hybrid Theory. Now that you guys hear that, what do you rate it? What do you guys rate it? Be honest. Be honest. Everyone is able to be honest here. Nobody hate on anybody. Everyone is being honest. Patrick gives it a 10. Okay. Tony says 11 out of 10. Remard gives it a 7.5. Danielle gives it a 9. Cindy gives it a 10. Mercy gives it a 9. Ian says it's a classic and everyone knows it. 9.5 out of 10. Mother of all LP songs. Andrew says, when I first heard it, I was 3 or 4 years ago. Or 3 or 4 years old, so I have been raised on Linkin Park. Okay, 1,000 out of 10. I love that one. In the End, it's great, and I give it a 9, just overplayed. Lewis says 100. Cynthia gives it 8.5. Great song. I love it, but just being honest, way played out. Yeah, I can see. Like, again, this is why I wanted to do this, because it's amazing to see your guys' response as well, man. The Real Stat 9. Jerson gives it a 10. Dawson says that he rates Hybrid Theory to solid 10. Points of Authority and Pushing Me Away are the most meaningful songs to me. That's good, man. That's good to hear, bro. I always get this song mixed up, so I need you guys' help on this one, because I can't play it right now, but it's like, it's the one that they performed live really good. And it's like, you got the best of me. Go. Oh, hold on. Which one is it? It's either Points of Authority I'm thinking of, or Place for My Head. I think it's Points of Authority, to be honest. Oh, is it Place for My Head? Okay. I always get those two confused. Okay, so here it goes. In the End is my number 1 for this album. Number 2, I'm placing Crawling. I love the message of Crawling. Love a lot about Crawling. A Place for My Head gets the number 3 spot for me in the Hybrid Theory album. Here is why. That song is so amazing live, bro. The performance that they've done to this song right here gets you hyped up. If you do not believe me, go watch my reactions to every time I did this. It is the best song to perform live in this album. Like the hypest. So I put A Place for My Head at the number 3 spot. So right now you have my top 3 for the Hybrid Theory album. You have In the End, at number 1, Crawling at number 2, A Place for My Head at number 3. 10 out of 10 performance. Forgotten, a pretty good song. Not the worst on the album at all. Cure for the Itch, the instrumental, I loved it. Pushing Me Away, again, not a terrible song. I gave you guys my top 3 songs that I loved from the album. If I'm going to give you guys my lower 3, the bottom 3 for the album has 12 songs, right? So you guys know my top 3. My 3 least favorite from the album have to be, I'm going to go with By Myself I'll put By Myself out of the 12 songs that it has. I would put By Myself at number 11. No, I put By Myself at number 12. At number 11, I would put Cure for the Itch, just an instrumental, you know? And at number 10, I would put With You. Those are my bottom 3 for the album. Again, not saying that the songs are terrible, just compared to the songs on the album itself, those are the ones that I rated. That's what I rated. So again, my top 3, In the End at number 1, Crawling number 2, and A Place for My Head at A Place for My Head number 2, Crawling number 3.